Hey there, I'm Victorian,
Hi there, I'm Meng.
and you're watching The French Connection. Welcome to another episode, and today we're going to do a comfort noise test in the Bolt EV that we had for a few days now. So we are on the highway right now, driving at 120 kilometers an hour. So I'm going to go right ahead and do the noise test at 120, and we'll see how it goes. Well, that was easy. It stayed close to 66 decibel. So we have 66 for the test at 120 kilometers an hour. And we'll set up everything, and when we reach the section of the road where we do the comfort test, I'll see you back then. So we just started the comfort test here. I've set the iPad over there because that makes more sense to me than on the armrest like I did for the first two cars. Because on the seat, that's really what you feel. I can't put it in front because we're sitting on those seats, obviously. So I think at the back, it's going to give me good numbers, accurate enough. Yeah. So Momong, what do you think about the Bolt EV?
I think it's okay. I don't really like it, but I don't hate it. And it's cute, but
Yeah.
it's noisy.
You think it's noisy? Yeah, it's definitely a bit noisier than the two cars we tried previously, but I think it's not too bad. We'll do the 90 kilometers an hour noise test a bit later. What do you like then?
I like the room. It's small, it's cute, and it's easy to park.
Yes.
It doesn't take a lot of room in your garage.
Yep. That's a very good point. Like, I went to the mall with that car, and it's so nice to see that you just park easy whenever there is a spot. Even if it's a small spot, you don't have to worry about hitting the car's door beside you, or it's really easy to park. It feels roomy inside, despite the size of the car, It feels okay.
Yeah, it feels okay.
Like, you definitely know you're in a small car, but, I set the seat in front for me to be comfortable. I'm 175, so that's 5'9", and I went at the back, and I had plenty of knee room. So granted, I'm not that tall, but still, I think it's good. What you don't like then?
It's not fancy, the interior,
Yeah.
and when you change the lane, you make the signal, and I really dislike the sound.
Yeah, the turn signal sound is really bad.
That's why it's girls
It's
thing.
like
It's girls thing. Yeah. When you ask a girl what don't you like,
I don't know if you'll hear it, but yeah, it's like
a girl
old
would
school.
always mention those teeny
Yeah.
tiny
It's old
issue,
school.
but
And yeah, it doesn't look fancy, but for the price of the car,
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
it's
you
like
can't
35K or
expect-
something.
it's 40. It's less than 40K after the tax rebate here in Canada. So we get in Alberta we get 5,000 of federal rebate. In some
Okay.
other provinces they have more.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
so it's really cheap. If you take the Bolt EV, the Bolt EUV is a bit more expensive, and I think it doesn't really make sense because you're going to be in the realm of like 50K, and at that price tag, I would just buy a Tesla. But this one is less than 40K, so yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
you got what you paid, right?
I think it's a great car for the price. You have plenty of range. You have almost 400 kilometers in ideal condition. You have almost 400 kilometers of range. For 40K or even maybe less. Like, I think it's great. It's a perfect commuting car, I think. When you
Exactly.
have a long commute. For example, when I was living in Manitoba, I was driving 150 kilometers a day. So, every day it adds up. And when you have an electric car, that would save you a lot of gas. An electric car like this, you don't need a super electric car like Model X to go to work and back, if that's just the goal. I wouldn't buy it as a main car though. because as you've seen probably, or as you can see if you watch the video, when I did the 1,000 kilometers road trip, it's just so slow to charge. That's really the bad point about that car. I don't know why it's that slow to charge. Some cars that have the same battery size, they can charge like twice as fast or even 3 times faster if you look at the Model Y rear-wheel drive. I think they've just been scared by all the recalls. Chevrolet, General Motors, they've been scared by all the recalls they had to do because of the LG battery that's in that car. So they just limited the charging to like 50-55 kilowatts. So there is no more problem. But that's a bit of a shame. Yeah.
Did we pass the bumping area?
Oh, it's going to be a bit ahead here.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think about the comfort now that you're talking about it?
That's what I was about to say.
And what were you about to say?
Because I thought we've passed the bumping area. I was like, oh, it's pretty comfortable because I didn't even feel that. Okay, it's gonna be in front.
Yeah, and I'll do the test after those small bumps here.
Yeah, I'll let you know what I feel.
All right. Yeah. 63 at 90 kilometers an hour, and I think we're going to reach the point where we have the big compressions. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the benchmark for all the cars. So I'll take a video of those and we'll see how it performs and how it shows on the accelerometers. But yeah, other than that, subjectively, after driving the car a bit, it's not that bad. I think it's kind of pretty comfortable. Oh, there you go. Here we are. Okay, we passed them. All right, so we'll see how it showed. So, comfort-wise, better than the Mustang, definitely. Yes. I think maybe Mustang is just going to be the worst car of the lot in terms of comfort, and I think maybe a bit less good than the Model Y, subjectively. So I think there you have it. We have the noise test number. We talked about the car briefly. Overall, excellent car for the price, as long as you don't want a road trip. That's the bottom line. I would definitely see myself owning a Bolt EV as a second car, Definitely to replace my Ioniq plug-in hybrid, that would be the perfect car. So we might think about doing that. Buy one second hand. But there you have it. That's the end of the video. I'll do a quick conclusion once I'm back home in my office, and we'll talk about the numbers. Thank you. Okay, the Bolt EV comfort noise test. So in all transparency here, the fact that I put the accelerometer on the seat, which I think is smarter, changed the result a little bit compared to the other cars, I think, because I redid the test with the Mustang with the accelerometer on the back seat, like for the Bolt, and the results were a bit higher, 2.5 meters per second, the max acceleration for the Mustang, so 2.1 for the Bolt. Unfortunately, the Model Y, I don't have it anymore, so I cannot redo the test. I'll probably redo it later in a few weeks or so, because I want to rent the Model Y again to do the Salmon Arm in the winter with that car. So anyway, I'll redo the comfort test at that time. But from now on, the accelerometer will be on the back seat, and I'll mention it on the Google Sheet, so we know that for the Model Y, the results might be a bit different if I put the accelerometer on the new position. Sorry, I talked a lot. I hope it made sense. But yeah, comfort, it really matches what I feel in the car. So the Mustang is really the least comfortable. The Bolt EV is a bit better, and the Model Y anyway was the most comfortable of the lot. In terms of noise, same, it matches what I felt in the car. So 63 dBA in the Bolt at 90 kilometers an hour. So the car in which you'll hear the most wind noises, and the car that is the noisiest, if I can say that, when you're inside. And that makes sense because, that's the cheapest, right? So you can't expect a lot more here. And it's the same at 120 kilometers an hour. It's the noisiest inside at 66 dBA. All right, so I hope it makes sense to you. Don't hesitate to comment if you have any doubt on what I just said about the accelerometer, but from now on, it'll be on the back seat for every car. All right, so yeah, Bolt EV, good car, good value. Definitely recommend to buy that car as long as you can because it's a really great car. So there you go. That was the French Connection. Victorian talking to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.